Appreciate it. My name is Miss STREETCRED. I am an urban fiction author. I have 14 published works and I'm working on my 15th. Woo! I just became independent in February, so I left a publishing company to work for myself. Yeah, so basically if you read one of my books, it's relatable content for people who are more in an urban environment. You're also going to see relatable, lit the candles on the table as he went to plate the food he had gotten for them to eat. It would have been easier to take her out and spend an endless amount of money on her. But he knew his wife well enough to know that she appreciated a good romantic gesture. It had been a while since he had done anything quite like this. But his marriage was on the line. Carmen knew everything about him. She knew how he liked his eggs, how much he hated sleeping with the TV on, and how much he loved the game sequence. She was the one he had chosen, and he wasn't one to easily let go of what was his. He wanted to apologize to her again and again until she broke down and took him back. After he would run his fingers through her thick and lush hair and make sweet love for the first time in months to his wife. As he continued to prepare for her to come home, he hoped she was receptive to what he was doing. He loved her with all his heart, and no new baby was going to cause him to lose his wife. As he looked at the time on the stove, it was nearly 8 o'clock, and he had never known.
Stephen Alec Woodburn, first of his name. I write poetry under this name. I have 2 books on Amazon. One is called Hut Hut Haiku, and the second one is called Pools of Joy. I don't have a copy of that one on me right now. I sold out of things. So I want to read a little bit to you from Hut Hut Haiku. It's a book of haikus. I think it's 17 chapters, and they all follow the emotional scale. It was inspired by a book called Power versus Force, which graded the levels of consciousness from 0 to 1,000. Argument can be made convincing if we ignore context. History's thinkers have been masters of concept while blind to essence. The truest beauties are in the complexities beyond our beliefs. Reason.
Woo!
I'm going to do the last one, enlightenment, and then I'm going to read the afterword for Granny. Enlightenment. Love yourself and theirs. Spare none from your graciousness. Fill darkness with light.
So today I'm just going to read the intro for you guys, and if you want copies, I got some in the car, but we're just going to have a good time. All right. So it does get a little emotional, so if I get, a little rocky, bear with me. All right, so just found out some life-changing information, and I don't know how to process it. I'm going offline for a while, so don't bother trying to contact me. Those were the words I text my wife as I made my way to the Skyway Bridge to end it all. After finding out I was adopted, the devil started putting all these negative thoughts in my head. See, Mr. Dreamer, you are nobody special. Not even your biological parents wanted you. They left you like a bad habit, and you can't be good. You can't be a good father to your son because nobody loves you. This went on for a good amount of time, and each time something was different. I got in my car, and at that moment, ready to end it all, because the devil made me believe I would be doing the world a favor if I was gone. That ride felt like the longest ride of my life. My mind was made up. I was planning on jumping, and then something happened. I heard a slight whisper as the evil voices subside. The calm voice told me to pull over. I was actually about 5 minutes away from the bridge, but instead I went to a place called Paso Grill Beach. It's my favorite place to go to clear my head. Once I arrived, I just got out of the car and started walking. And talking with God, I asked God why He allowed this to happen to me. And He revealed that He had bigger plans for me, and that it was time for me to know the truth so that I could move on and start building something special. He assured me that everything was going to be okay.
For too long, I have stood face to face with my biggest hater, never understanding how it can be self that contain us. An overflow of mixed emotions emotions bruise the perfect potion to self-destruct. But this crash dummy always wears her seatbelt, and while the impact is hard, it's never sudden, because sabotage is always steps ahead, whispering sour nothings in my ear.
Woo.
Yet like a pit bull, I bite down, shaking back at every little chip. With poise and precision, I managed to put me back together. Every perceived loss was just a lesson wrapped up in an unpleasant present. Add in being impulsive, and my sabotage is upgraded, equipped with a magnet that attracts stagnant behaviors. At times, I am my own worst enemy, but I have yet to find a strategy to beat me. Life is like chess. You must be strategically executing moves to win the game. And as if it was written before I was conceived, the notion that pain equals pleasure is such a selfish saying, for I shouldn't want to hurt my chances of being greatness. This one's for my sabotaging ways. Rest in peace, fucker. You've had your final day.
Woo! Yeah!
I'll do more.
Yeah!
I'll do one more.